Here you go, sweetheart, Clara said, smiling wide as she handed Ethan a white box. He ripped it open, grinning. The newest iPhone. Mom, you're the best. Lily clapped her hands. Me next. Me next. Clara laughed, reaching behind. The couch. Of course, darling. Another sleek box. Lily squealed. It's the pink one. Oh my God, thank you. Their voices filled the room like fireworks. I sat at the edge of the couch, forcing myself to smile. My hands stayed empty. My stepmom's eyes never turned to me. Ethan shoved the screen in my face. Bet your old thing can't even load TikTok this fast. Lily giggled. Poor thing, still carrying that brick around. I swallowed hard. Dad? I looked at him, praying he'd say something. He cleared his throat. Now, kids, don't tease your brother. Brother? That word always felt fake. Clara leaned closer to him. Oh, don't worry, they're just excited. Let them enjoy. I wanted to scream. Instead, I said quietly, Did you forget me? The room froze for a moment. Clara tilted her head. Oh, honey, we thought your phone was still working. You don't need another one. Ethan laughed. Yeah, why waste money on him? Lily chimed in. He never goes anywhere. Who would he even text? Wait. My face burned. I could have. Used one to... Clara's smile sharpened. Gratitude matters more than gadgets. Don't act ungrateful. I stared at my dad. He rubbed his temples, eyes on the floor. Let's just enjoy dinner, all right? No one spoke to me again. They passed boxes around, peeled plastic, cheered at glowing screens. My silence drowned in their laughter. I stood up. I'm not hungry, Lily smirked. Shocker. I walked upstairs slowly, gripping the old cracked phone in my pocket. My room felt colder than usual. I sat on the bed, staring at the ceiling, my chest tight. The door creaked. Dad peeked in. Son, don't take it so hard. Don't take it hard? My voice shook. She gave them everything and gave me nothing. Do you even see me? He sighed. Things are complicated. Claire's trying her best. I laughed. Bitterly her best at making me invisible? He stepped in but didn't meet my eyes. Just give it time. You'll understand one day. Understand what? That I'll never matter? He froze, then turned back to the door. Good night. The click of the door shutting felt louder than the laughter downstairs. I pressed my old phone to my chest. Its cracked screen lit up faintly, reflecting my face like broken glass. I whispered, one day this will change. One day I'll make them see me. But for now, I was just the boy with empty hands. I found Dad in the kitchen the next morning, sipping coffee like nothing had happened. Why didn't you say anything last night? I asked. He glanced up. Say anything about what? About Clara giving Ethan and Lily iPhones while I sat there with nothing? You saw it. He sighed. Things are tough right now, son. Money doesn't grow on trees. I slammed my hand on the counter. Money for them, though? 2 brand new phones? But nothing for me? His shoulders tightened. You don't need a new one yet. That's not the point. You just let them laugh at me. You let her humiliate me. Watch your tone, he warned softly. Or what? You'll look away again? He put the mug down. Don't start this. Clara's trying her best to keep the house together. You don't know what pressure she's under. I don't care about her pressure. What about me? Don't I matter? Silence stretched. He rubbed his face, refusing to answer. That's what I thought, I muttered. Turning away, I walked out before he could say anything else. At school, Ethan and Lily paraded their new phones, like trophies. Check out the camera, Ethan bragged, pointing it at me. Say cheese, loser! His friends laughed. Lily twirled hers. Don't drop your brick. It might shatter into dust. I clenched my fists, biting back words. If I exploded, they'd win. Daniel caught up with me by the lockers. Hey man, you look like you're about to break something. They gave them iPhones too, and I got nothing. Daniel frowned. Again. Yeah, my dad just sat there, silent, like I wasn't even in the room. He leaned against the locker. That's rough. But don't let it eat you alive. How am I supposed to ignore it? Every time they show off, It's like they're rubbing it in my face. Because they are, he said. Two. They are. You can't control them. You can only control you. I laughed bitterly. So I should just sit back while they humiliate me? No. But don't drown in hate either. That stuff will rot you from the inside. I stared at my cracked phone in my pocket. Maybe hate is all I've got. Daniel looked at me hard. Or maybe strength is. You've always had more of it than you realize. At lunch, I sat alone. Ethan and Lily were surrounded by friends, phones on the table like shining crowns. They laughed, showing each other apps, taking pictures. I picked at my sandwich, pretending not to hear. A kid at another table smirked. Hey, doesn't your stepmom buy everyone gifts except you? More laughter. I kept my head down my phone. Buzz Daniel's text. Ignore them. They don't deserve your reaction. I typed back. Easy for you to say, he replied. Not easy. Necessary. That night, Clara cornered me while Dad sat on the couch, pretending to read the paper. You looked upset. At dinner yesterday, she said sweetly. I crossed my arms. You think her smile never reached her eyes? I thought you understood. Your phone still works. Why waste money? It's never about the phone. It's about how you treat me. She tilted her head. Don't be dramatic. You're lucky we give you a roof and food. You're grateful. I stared at Dad. He shifted uncomfortably but said nothing. Do you hear this? I asked him. He muttered. She didn't mean it like that. Yes, she did. She always does. Clara's tone sharpened. You should learn respect. Respect. Goes both ways, I shot back. Her eyes narrowed, but she smiled again when Dad glanced at her. You'll see, dear. One day you'll thank me for being tough on you. I walked away before I said something I couldn't take back. Upstairs, I sat on my bed, gripping my phone. Its cracked screen flickered like it was mocking me. Daniel's words echoed. Don't drown in hate, but every time I saw their smug faces, the laughter, the flashing screens, something inside me twisted tighter. I whispered to myself, is survival about patience? Payback? The thought scared me, but it also gave me strength. Clara set the roast chicken on the table, her voice sweet. Everyone dig in. Don't be shy. Ethan reached first, grinning. Smells amazing, Mom, Lily added. Way better than cafeteria food. Rice. I reached for the mashed potatoes. Clara's. Eyes flicked to my plate. Careful, sweetheart, don't take too much. We wouldn't want leftovers wasted. I froze. She cut me off. Besides, you don't need all that. You don't exactly. Dressed to impress anyway. Ethan snorted. True. He's like a charity case. Lily giggled. His phone looks like it belongs in a museum. My face heated. At least mine still works. Clara's smile sharpened. If you call a cracked screen and taped charger working, Ethan laughed so hard he nearly spilled his drink. Lily clutched her phone, raising it like a crown. Should we start a fundraiser for you, big brother? I turned to Dad. He kept chewing, eyes fixed on his plate. Dad, are you hearing this? He muttered, Just eat, son. Don't start. The words cut deeper than their laughter. I pushed my chair back. I'm not hungry. Claire leaned forward, her tone sugary. Don't be so sensitive. Learn to take a joke. That wasn't a joke, I snapped. That was you making sure I never forget I don't belong here. Ethan whistled. Oh, someone's mad. Lily smirked. Maybe record him on my new iPhone. Post it online. Their laughter swirled around me like smoke. My chest burned. I slammed my fists on the table. Enough. The plates rattled. Silence dropped heavy. Clara's smile never wavered. Temper, temper. No wonder you can't fit in anywhere. I couldn't breathe. I grabbed my cracked phone from my pocket, its jagged screen glowing faintly, and held it up. This is all I get. This broken piece of junk. And you wonder why I'm angry. Clara shrugged. Be grateful you even have that. I turned to Dad one last time. Say something. He lowered his gaze. Don't ruin dinner. That broke me. My chair screeched against the floor as I stormed out. Ethan and Lily's laughter followed me up the stairs in my room. I collapsed on the bed. My chest heaved, tears blurring my vision. I clutched the cracked phone, pressing it against my forehead. "I'll never forgive them," I whispered. "Never." The phone buzzed weakly, lighting up my reflection in shards of broken glass. My eyes looked hollow, angry, tired, that broken. The screen was me. I cried until the sound of their laughter downstairs dulled to silence. The next day at school, I dragged myself into class. Ms. Harper, my English teacher, watched me slump into my seat. After class, she stopped me. "Stay a moment, please." I froze. "Am I in trouble?" She shook her head. "No, but I saw your face today. You're carrying something heavy." I tried to shrug it off. "It's nothing. Nothing doesn't make someone look like the world's on their shoulders," she said softly. The words cracked something inside me. "It's just my family. They treat me like I'm invisible, like I'm less than them." She tilted her head. "And what do you do when they mock you?" "Wait." Clench my fists. I yell, or I walk away. Doesn't matter, no one listens. She stepped closer. "Sometimes silence is power. Let the world talk, but let your actions answer." Her eyes held steady on mine. "Silence," I repeated. "How is that power?" "'Cause silence unsettles people," she explained. "They want you to break. If you don't, you win." I swallowed. "So I should just take it?" "No," she said firmly. "You should build yourself until their words can't touch you. Show them who you are through what you do, not what you shout." Her words sank deep. I stared at my phone in my pocket, feeling the cracked glass through the fabric. For the first time, it didn't feel like just a reminder of what I lacked. It felt like a challenge. I nodded slowly. "Maybe you're right," she smiled. "No, I'm right. You're stronger than you think. Don't let them decide your worth." Walking home, her words echoed in my head. "Let your actions answer." I touched my phone. Whispering, "One day I'll show them." The thought didn't burn like rage anymore. It felt like a seed, small, quiet, but alive. Daniel spotted me wiping sweat off my forehead as I shoved the mower into his neighbor's yard. "Man, you're killing yourself," he said. "How many lawns is that this week?" "4," I panted. "5, if Mrs. Jacobs calls again." He shook his head. "Why don't you just chill like the rest of us?" "Because chilling doesn't buy me freedom," I said. He studied me. "Freedom? You're 16. "Exactly." I'm done waiting for scraps. Later that evening, Clara eyed me as I dragged mud-stained shoes across the kitchen. "You smell like grass," she said with a sneer. "Trying to prove something?" I dropped my bag by the door. "It's working?" She laughed. "Working? At what? Mowing weeds? That's hardly worth anything." "It's worth more than nothing," I muttered. "What was that?" "Nothing." Smirk widened. "Don't exhaust yourself for pennies. We'll never catch up to Ethan and Lily." I gritted my teeth. "I'm not trying to catch them." "Good," she said smoothly. "Because you never will." That night, I sat with Daniel. In his garage, sweat still dripping down my back. "You should have seen her face," I told him. Like she couldn't stand that I was earning something on my own. He leaned on his bike. "That means you're getting to her. Keep going." I frowned. What if she's right? What if I never catch up? Daniel clapped my shoulder. Then, "Stop playing her game. Play your own." His words sparked something. A few days later, I handed Ms. Harper a stack of graded tutoring papers. "You've been busy?" she said, eyebrows raised. "I'm tutoring freshmen in math now. Pays better than lawns." Her smile warmed. "I'm impressed. But don't just work hard, work smart." I tilted my head. "Smart how?" "Use your brain. Learn skills that can't be taken away. Anger burns fast. Knowledge lasts." I sighed. I don't even know where to start." She pulled a book from her desk. "Start with this. Use that phone you complain about. Even cracked, it connects you to the world." I looked at the worn device in my pocket. "Feels like junk. Only if you let it be," she said. "Could be your key." That night I sat cross-legged on my bed, cracked phone glowing in the dark. Screen flickered, but the words online shone clear. Articles, guides, lessons. Daniel texted me. What are you doing? Learning, I replied. Since when do you sound like a nerd? He sent back. I smirked. Since I realized I'm not staying stuck forever, weeks passed. Lawns turned into steady tutoring. Tutoring turned into helping kids with assignments for pay. Even delivering newspapers added to my savings. One evening, Clara blocked the hallway as I dropped coins into a jar, still running around like a stray dog. She said, "Still watching me like it bothers you?" I shot back. Her smile froze. "You think a jar of change will make you someone?" Ethan just got a new laptop. "Good for him," I said. "He can play games while I build something real." Her eyes narrowed. "Don't get cocky. Don't worry," I said softly. "I'll let my actions answer." Daniel met me at the park one Saturday. "You look different," he said. I shrugged. "Maybe I feel different." "Confident," he said, smirking. "It suits you." I pulled out my cracked phone. Funny, isn't it? It's broken things. She used it to humiliate me. But it's turning into my weapon. Weapon? Yeah. I'm learning things. Coding. Business tricks. Stuff she'd never expect me to know. Daniel whistled. "You're serious." "I have to be. I'm done being their joke." Walking home, I whispered to myself, "Small wins, big dreams." The cracked screen buzzed, reflecting my tired face. For once, I didn't see a boy left behind. I saw someone. Moving forward, Daniel whistled when I pulled the new phone from my pocket. "No way, you actually did it," I grinned. "Every lawn, every tutoring session, every paper route, this is mine." He took it, turning it over in his hands. "Looks brand new." "Better than Ethan's for sure." "That's the point," I said. "For once, I don't have to be the kid with cracks in his screen." Daniel smirked. "Claire's gonna hate this." "I know," I said, slipping the phone back into my pocket. "That's why I can't wait to show them." Dinner that night was quieter than usual until I set the phone on the table. Lily's eyes widened. "Wait, where did you get that?" Ethan scoffed. "Fake, has to be." I tapped the screen. "It's real, brand new, and it's mine." Clara frowned. "Yours? From where? Who gave it to you?" "No one," I said calmly. I bought it." "With my own money," Ethan laughed. "Yeah, right. Can't even buy lunch sometimes." "I worked," I replied. "Harder than you'll ever understand." Lily leaned closer. "Let me see." I shook my head. "No, you already laughed at my old phone. This one. You don't touch it?" Their laughter faltered. Clara's smile turned tight. "So you wasted money on a gadget? That's not impressive?" "That's foolish." I met her eyes. "Funny you didn't say that when you bought 2 iPhones at once." The air thickened. Dad shifted in his seat, hiding a small smile behind his glass. Clara noticed and snapped, "Don't encourage this." "I'm not," he said quickly, but his eyes flicked to me with something like pride. Ethan pointed at me. "You think you're better than us now? 'Cause you bought a phone?" I leaned back. "Just not less anymore." Lily rolled her eyes. "Still ugly, still weird, still standing here without needing anyone's handouts." I cut in. Her mouth snapped shut. Daniel's words echoed in my head. "Play your own game, Clara." Broke the silence. "This will distract you from school. I can already see it. One bad grade, and you'll regret this." "My grades are fine," I said. "Better than fine." She tilted her head. "You think this changes anything? You're still under this roof? Still living off us?" I smirked. For now, her eyes narrowed. "Watch your tone." I slid the phone back into my pocket. "Watch how fast I keep moving forward." After dinner, Dad caught me in the hall. His voice was low. "You did good, son." I blinked. "What?" He nodded toward my pocket. "You worked for it. No one can take that from you." "Then why didn't you say that at the table?" He sighed. "'Cause your stepmother, she wouldn't understand." I laughed bitterly. "Or you're just scared of her." His face tightened, but he didn't deny it. "I am proud of you," he whispered before walking away. Those words small as they whirled something in me. The next day at school, Ethan and Lily tried to mock me again. "Bet you'll scratch it in a week," Ethan sneered. "Probably." "Bought the cheapest one?" Lily added. I unlocked the screen, the display glowing sharper than theirs. "Better camera than yours?" I said, snapping a picture of their shocked faces. Their friends leaned in, impressed. One whispered, "That's actually nicer than yours, Ethan." Ethan's smirk cracked. Lily crossed her arms. For the first time, I walked past them without feeling small. Later, Daniel grinned when I showed him the photo. "Look at their faces. Priceless." I chuckled. "It's not about the phone. It's about proving I can rise without them." He nudged me. "Feels good though, right?" I nodded slowly. "Yeah, it feels like the first taste of something bigger." That night I lay in bed, the new phone glowing in my hand. My reflection stared back at me from the smooth screen. It's not broken glass anymore. It's not the boy with nothing. I whispered too. "Myself, this is only the beginning." The words sounded like a promise. Daniel cornered me at my locker, eyes wide. "You hear about Ethan?" I raised an eyebrow. "What now? He got caught cheating on a test? Whole school's talking about it?" A laugh slipped from my throat. "Figures. He never studied, just bragged." Daniel smirked. "Guess karma's." Clocked in. At dinner, Clara's face was tight. Ethan shoved food around his plate, silent. I broke it first. "Rough day, Ethan." His head snapped up. "Shut up," Clara cut in. "He doesn't need your sarcasm." Teacher clearly had it out for him. I leaned back. Or maybe he just didn't study. Her eyes narrowed. "Watch yourself." Dad cleared his throat. "Maybe if you stopped defending everything, Clara, he'd take responsibility." Her fork froze. "Excuse me? You spoil them too much?" Dad said. "You ignore?" He stopped himself, eyes flicking to me. Clara's lips thinned. "I will not be lectured about how I raise my children." I smiled faintly. For once it wasn't me under fire. A week later, Lily stormed into the kitchen, slamming a paper down. "This teacher hates me." I studied and still failed. I glanced at the big red D. "Maybe studying on TikTok doesn't count." Her face flushed. "You think you're better than me now? Just because you bought one phone?" I shrugged. "Better?" "Grades say otherwise." Clara swooped in, clutching Lily's shoulders. "Sweetheart, don't let him upset you. We'll fix this." "Okay. Maybe hire a tutor." "I could help," I said casually. Clara's glare cut sharp. "We don't need your pity." Dad looked up from the couch. "Why not let him? He's been tutoring other kids already." The room froze. Clara hissed, "Whose side are you on?" "On the side of what works," Dad said firmly, for the first time. Saw Clara lose ground. "Daniel and I sat on the swings that weekend. Feels weird," I admitted. "Seeing them stumble while I'm climbing." "Why weird?" "You earned it," he said. "Part of me wants to laugh. Part of me doesn't." He studied me. "You still care?" I stared at the sky. "I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I just want them to feel what I felt." Daniel pushed his swing gently, careful. That line between justice and revenge is thin. I gripped the chain. "Then maybe I'll walk it." Miss Harper stopped me after class again. "You've been focused lately," she said. "Working," I answered. "Tutoring. Learning online." She smiled. "That's good. Building skills will take you further than anger ever could." I hesitated. What if anger's the only thing that keeps me moving? Her eyes softened. "Then let it fuel you, not consume you." Anger can light a fire or burn down a house. Choose which. I nodded slowly, pocketing her words. At home, Clara cornered Dad in the kitchen. I overheard every word. "You've been undermining me," she snapped. "I've been noticing," Dad replied. "Noticing that your way isn't working." "Oh, you dare say that after everything I do?" "Yes," he said, voice steady. "Because spoiling them while dismissing him?" Again his eyes flicked toward me. Standing in the doorway is tearing this family apart. Clara's jaw tightened. "Don't you dare blame me for his attitude." I stepped forward. "Maybe it's not attitude. Maybe it's the truth." Her eyes blazed. "Stay out of this." "Hard not to when it's my life you're ruining," I said quietly. Dad didn't correct me. He didn't tell me to stop. That silence spoke louder than anything. That night Daniel called. "You sound different," he said. "Different how?" Like you're not just surviving anymore. Like you're planning, I chuckled. Maybe I am. Scare me sometimes, man. Good, I said. Fear means I'm not weak anymore. I stayed up late, the glow of my phone lighting the room. Articles, videos, tutorials, coding, business basics, strategies. My cracked phone had been a curse. This new one was a weapon. In the silence, I whispered, "Don't stop until they feel what you felt." The words tasted dangerous. But also, right, the next day at breakfast, Clara snapped at Ethan for failing another quiz. Lily sulked over another poor grade. Dad read the paper, but I caught the faintest smile when I walked in with my backpack. Clara noticed. "What are you smiling at?" "Nothing," I said. "Just thinking about how things change." Her eyes narrowed. "Things don't change that easily." I looked her straight in the eye. "They already are." I was on my bed when the knock came. "Come in," I said flatly. Clara stepped inside, her smile stretched too wide. "We need to talk." I raised an eyebrow. Yes, about Ethan." I leaned back. "What about him?" Her voice lowered. "He was caught sending inappropriate messages. The school is threatening suspension, maybe worse." I kept my face blank. "And that's my problem because—" Her smile twitched. "You're good with computers, with cleaning things up." I almost laughed. "You mean covering his tracks?" She straightened. "Call it protecting family." "Funny," I said. "You never called me family when you left me with nothing." Her jaw tightened. "This is serious." "So was that dinner when you laughed at my cracked phone?" I said quietly. "But you didn't care then." She shifted. "That was different." "No." I said it was exactly the same. You only care when it hurts you. The next day, Lily cornered me in the hallway. "You have to help me," she hissed. "Help you? What?" "Someone spread rumors online. They say I bought grades. Everyone's turning on me." "You know people? You can stop it." I smirked. "Now you want me around?" Her eyes watered. I can't lose everything. Everything." I echoed. "You mean attention?" She snapped. "You don't understand?" I leaned in. "I understand perfectly. Karma finally knocked, and you don't like the taste." That evening, Clara called a family meeting. "It sat stiff on the couch." Ethan sulked. Lily sniffled. Clara clasped her hands. "We're in crisis," she began. "But we can fix it." With his help, she turned to me. Ethan scowled. "You can't be serious, Lily Wind. He'll make it worse." Clara's smile was sharp. "He's the only one who can make it better." I folded my arms. "Say that again?" Her eyes flicked nervously. "You're the only one who can fix this." I let the silence stretch. "What's it worth to you?" Ethan barked. "He's blackmailing us." Shh. I shrugged. "Call it balance. Years of humiliation, and now you want my help?" "Fine, but only on my terms." Dad finally spoke. "What terms?" I looked at Clara. "She apologizes." The room froze. Clara's eyes narrowed. "Excuse me? You heard me?" I said. "You apologize for treating me like trash, for pretending I didn't exist, for making me the outsider in my own house?" Ethan laughed bitterly. "This is insane." I ignored him. "Say it, Clara, or I walk." Her hands clenched. "I'm grateful." "Stop." Dad cut in. His voice was sharper than I'd ever heard. "Do it. He's right." Clara's mouth fell open. "You're siding with him?" "I'm siding with the truth," Dad said. "You've been cruel for years." Her face went red. She looked at me, voice dripping with poison. "Sorry, not good enough," I said calmly. "Look me in the eye." She did, though it burned. "I'm sorry. For what?" I pressed. Her jaw trembled. "For treating you unfairly." I leaned back, savoring the moment. "Better." Ethan slammed his fist on the table. "So what now? You gonna wave your magic wand and make this disappear?" "No," I said. "But I can make sure it doesn't spread further. I know people. I know how to bury stories." Lily sniffled. "You'll really help?" "On my terms," I repeated. "From now on, No more mocking me. No more treating me like I don't belong. You respect me, or you deal with the fallout yourselves. Clara's voice was tight. Agreed. Then muttered, "This is pathetic." I leaned toward him. Pathetic was you laughing when I had nothing. Now you need me. After the meeting, Dad pulled me aside. "You handled that well," he said quietly. I gave him a look. "You think so?" "Yes," he admitted. "For the first time, she had to answer to you." I exhaled. "Feels strange, like the balance finally shifted." He nodded slowly. "Maybe it has." In my room, I sat on the bed, phone glowing in my hand. I remembered that first empty box, the silence at the table. The laughter now Clara's. Forced smile echoed in my mind. She needed me. They all did, I whispered to myself. Tables turn, always. And for the first time, the words didn't feel like hope. They felt like power. Dad's voice thundered through the house. "Clara, enough with the excuses." I froze in the hallway. I'd never heard him raise his voice like that. Clara hissed back. "I did what I had to do to keep this family together." "Together," Dad barked. "You spoiled your kid's rotten while you pushed him aside." I stepped into the living room. Clara spun toward me. "Stay out of this." "No," Dad snapped. "He stays. He deserves to hear the truth." Clara's lips curled. "Truth? The truth is he's ungrateful. The truth," Dad cut in, "is that I let you manipulate me. I watched you treat him like dirt and said nothing." My chest tightened. "You saw it?" He looked at me, guilt heavy in his eyes. I saw it, and I was a coward. Clara's face flushed red. "Don't you dare stop. It ends now." Ethan stomped into the room. "Why are you yelling?" Dad's glare shot to him. "'Cause I'm done covering for you too. You cheated, you lied, and you dragged this family's name through the mud." Ethan's jaw dropped. "So what?" "Everyone cheats." "No," Dad snapped. "Not everyone. Only cowards." Lily drifted in behind him, eyes puffy. "Dad, they're all turning on me at school." "My friends, those aren't friends," Dad said firmly. "They were here for the gifts, the money, the bragging rights. Now you see the cost of your mother's games." Lily's voice broke. "It's not fair." I spoke softly.
Neither.
Was mocking me when I had nothing. Her eyes flicked to me, shame replacing anger. She said nothing. Clara slammed her hand. "On the table, you're letting him turn you against us. He's poisoning you." Dad stared at her coldly. "No, you poison this house with your lies," she faltered. I just wanted the best for my kids. And what about mine?" Dad demanded. "What about him? He's my son too." Her mouth opened, but no words came. I stood still, heart pounding. This was it, the walls crumbling. Ethan tried again. "This is ridiculous." "He's not even—" "Don't finish that," Dad warned. Ethan's bravado cracked. "Fine, whatever, I don't care." He stormed off. Lily lingered, whispering, "I'm sorry." Then she followed him upstairs. That left Clara, shaking with rage. "You think you've won?" She spat at me. I stayed silent. She stepped closer. "Say something." Still I said nothing. My silence made her tremble more than words ever could. "Dad." "Turn to me. You don't need to." "She knows." The room hung heavy with defeat. Clara finally sank into a chair, her voice breaking. "I did everything for control, and now it's gone." I stared at her, remembering the empty box, the laughter, the years of being invisible. But I didn't gloat. I didn't scream. I just let the silence answer for me. Later that night, Dad knocked softly on my door. "Son," he said, "I can't change the past, but I see you now, truly see you." I swallowed hard. "Took long enough, I know," he whispered. "And I'm sorry." I nodded, gripping my phone in the dark. The silence between us wasn't heavy anymore. It was enough. Daniel and I sat on the swings at the park. The air was cool, quiet. He glanced at me. "So, she's crumbling, huh?" I nodded. "Clara's grip is gone. Ethan's reputation is trash. Lily's friends bailed. And Dad finally opened his eyes." "Daniel?" Smirked. "Sounds like justice served." Maybe, I muttered. But it doesn't feel like victory. Not the way I thought it would. He kicked the dirt. That's because you want more. You want revenge. I frowned. Do I? You tell me, he said. I've been chasing this moment for years. Now you've got it. What's left? Forgive her, I laughed bitterly. Forgive. After everything, he shrugged. Maybe hate. Keep pushing until she breaks completely. I looked at the sky. Neither feels right. Forgiveness feels fake. Revenge feels empty. Daniel studied me. So what then? Indifference, I said softly. She doesn't matter. Anymore, none of them do. When I got home, Clara was sitting at the table, eyes hollow. You think this makes you strong? She whispered. I stayed standing. No, life made me strong. You just helped it along. Her lips trembled. I lost everything, not everything. I said, you still have your pride, though even that's fading. Her eyes burned into mine. One day you'll regret this. I shook my head. No, one day you'll regret everything. I turned away, leaving her in silence. Dad knocked on my door later. His face looked older, heavier. Son, he said, I owe you an apology. I leaned against the wall. For what? Years of silence. Letting her walk all over me, he winced. Yes, for all of it. I stayed quiet. I should have protected you, he said. I should have spoken up sooner. Why didn't you? I asked. His eyes fell. Fear. Weakness. I told myself keeping peace was better than fighting. But peace built on silence. Isn't peace at all? I nodded slowly. Now you see. Closed his eyes. I do. Daniel called me that night. You sound lighter, he said. I am, I admitted. Because I don't need to fight anymore. Claire's finished, and I didn't have to lift a finger. He chuckled. So karma did the work for you. Exactly. I said all I had to do was wait, survive, and rise. Feels good, he asked. I exhaled. Feels like freedom. I sat on my bed, phone glowing in the dark. Its smooth screen reflected my face, not broken anymore, not invisible. For the first time, I felt untouchable. Not because Clara fell, but because I finally let her go. Dad stood in the doorway as I packed my bag. You're really leaving? He asked quietly. I zipped the bag shut. Yeah, it's time. His shoulders sagged. I can't stop you, can I? No, I said. Not this time. He stepped forward. I'm sorry for everything. I met his eyes. I know you are, but sorry doesn't change what happened. He nodded slowly. Then let me at least say this: I am proud of you, even if I never showed it. For a moment, I almost softened. Then I slung the bag over my shoulder. I'll remember that. Clara appeared at the bottom of the stairs, arms crossed. So the little rebel is running away? I walked past her, not running, walking forward. Laugh was sharp. You think you're better than us now? Stopped at the door. No, I know I am. Her smile cracked. You'll come crawling back. I turned slightly, voice steady. No, you'll just sit here remembering how you lost control. Her face went pale. She had no comeback. Outside, Daniel leaned against his bike, waiting. You sure about this? He asked. Never been more sure, I said. He smirked. Got a plan? Yeah. Work. Learn. Build. My life. My way. Daniel nodded. Then let's get started. We biked toward the edge of town. Wind rushed past, carrying years of silence, anger, and pain. For the first time, it didn't weigh me down. Daniel shouted over the breeze. Feel different? Yeah? I called back like I can finally breathe. He grinned. Told you you'd get here. That evening I sat on a park bench, phone glowing in my hands. Dad called. I answered, son. He said softly, wherever you go, remember you'll always have a home here. I closed my eyes. It stopped being home a long time ago. I know, he whispered. But maybe one day. Maybe I said, for now. This is my beginning. He was silent, then said, take care of yourself. I will, I replied, ending the call. Daniel sat beside me. You okay? Yeah, I said. For once, yeah. He leaned back. What about Clara? I shook my head. She doesn't matter anymore. Her power's gone. Let her live with the mess she made. Daniel grinned. Cold, free. I corrected. The stars came out, scattered across the sky. I whispered, I'm not the boy with the empty box anymore. Daniel glanced at me. What? I smiled faintly. She once bought her kid's iPhone and left me with nothing. But in the end, I was the one who walked away with everything that mattered.